Welcome to Success International Training Institute. Today I want to share with you a few tips for those students who usually say accounts is very difficult. One of the major responses that you normally get from students is that they find accounts difficult. And when you ask why, they would say, oh, they don't quite understand it, or that they've heard that it's difficult, or they think they know it, and when they begin to respond to questions, they find that they can't apply the principles that they think they know. So I want to share a few tips with you for those students especially who are facing this kind of challenge and harbors that kind of fear. Tip number one, show up for your classes 100% every single time. What do I mean by that? This mind is a very powerful tool, and when you begin to harbor fear, what it does is to distract you from your purpose. So when you show up for classes 100% open mind to really learn, you're putting yourself already ahead of those who would have used the impressions of others or just used things from the past to cloud their judgment. Tip number two, what I want you to do, always remember to take notes. It's a very good strategy to use. What that does is to help you to reinforce concepts from the class. Oftentimes too, teachers are using examples to help to explain certain concepts. Make sure you write down those examples. Don't forget to, when you take notes, you will have it as a reference for the future. Tip number three, ask questions. Do not be afraid to ask questions. If you think you understand a concept, ask questions. If you don't understand a question, that's even more reason for you to be asking a question. Further, don't pay attention to the other students who may not want to hear you asking questions or getting a little frustrated. You ask the questions. Your job is to learn, and if you're going to do so, you need clarification. So ask questions. Tip number four, learn to review your notes. And in particular, you want to review your notes after that class, immediately after. The reason is that it is very fresh in your mind. It becomes reinforced, and also when you review the questions, you begin to develop a positive learning attitude, and that is going to help you to overcome some of the challenges you faced before. Tip number five, practice. Practice, practice, practice. And when you think you're done, practice some more. What are the benefits of practicing? It reinforces concepts. Things that were not so clear to you. When you practice, you get a lot more clarity. You also have the ability to ask questions about areas that weren't so very clear in the first place. Practice also helps to boost your confidence. And who doesn't need confidence when it comes on to answering questions, especially in exams? When you sit in that exam room and you come across a question that you had practiced and that had the same concept, can you imagine that feeling? Therefore, practicing is key. Practicing is key to getting you where you want to be. After all, you want to succeed. And if you want to succeed, it comes with work, committing yourself to practicing. Practicing regularly, practicing every day gets you the right answers to the questions in exam. So those are my few tips to you. I want you to bear them in mind the next time you think about your accounts class, or you want even to recommend somebody to do accounts. Don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe. I thank you so much for watching Success International Training Institute. Join us again next time when we will have some more tips for you to help you along your journey to success.